It's the 17th of Feb 2024, and this is your Solana Daily Debrief long form edition, starting with Dupe. So, 19 awesome projects have introduced themselves, detailing their origin story, product, and vision. This is for the LFG Launchpad, and you can check them all out here on this link, but just for a quick little bit of information, you can basically see everyone just introducing themselves right like that, and then like this as well. But let's have a quick look at them. To make it absolutely clear, all of these projects plan on introducing a token. So, in the spirit of airdropping and whatnot, my suggestion would be to try out all of these dApps, because maybe this whole LFG process, now in case this is not obvious to you, all of these projects plan on creating and launching a token. And therefore, all of these dApps may have some sort of point system or potential airdrop system or something like that that could happen. So, I would be using all these regardless, just in case, if you've got time. Of course, the other suggestion would be to accumulate more dupe so that you could get more of this token in the launchpad, but we don't know the mechanics of that yet. Now, you yourself can go and sign up and then post replies. Anything with a decent number of replies, if you are time poor, this would be something that you'd want to research. So right now, we'll put this onto the list. This is something that I can cover another video. There's just so much happening on Solana, it's really, really hard, and I do want to cover other blockchains as well, as per requests in the comments. But 14 comments, so Bitcoin, whatever that is, Clone Protocol, Zeus, these are all high engagement, Sanctum, Basket, Banks, D-Bridge, Sharky, of course, Uprock. All of those are very obvious as they have a decent number of replies. Now, of course, this is day one, so if someone watches this video and the community says go and create an account and go and raid replies, then it's gonna change it. But of course, at the same time, the DAO will control which is actually launched, so they'll do their research. That's all a given. That's all completely easy to understand. Just like for now, right now, the offer is go and look into the things with high replies and go and use their dApp. As simple as that. Now, if you don't get an airdrop, fine. At least you learn how to use a cool dApp. And remember, if it's a new dApp, just use a fresh address and go and play with it with minimal funds initially until you start to trust the dApp. Clayno has a new animation manifesting the next bull market. Now, to make it very, very clear, we are in a bull market. We've been in a bull market for some time, but this is an early stage of a bull market. The definition of a bull market is basically along the lines of when you have a downtrend and it starts to bottom out and then it comes up after the bottom, it starts to come up, then you're good to go. Now, the bottom of BTC was terribly low. The bottom of Sol was like $8. Really, from there, we've been in a bull market. It's just not the euphoric bull market. I saw a post in a paid for group yesterday, and it gave a little bit of really, really insightful information. Basically showed YouTube search results are actually at a low now. They're lower than what they were in the 2022 bear market. Right now, the smart money is coming into the space, which means that retail hasn't come in. Right now, if you're retail, you're in the vast minority. I've got some friends, some Portuguese friends in Portugal that are very, very much not familiar with crypto and put it in near the top in the last cycle. And I've said to them, do you want to start dollar cost averaging? So as in putting in a small amount, 10, 20 euros a week or whatever they were comfortable with. And some of them have started that, which is great. However, there's a lot more resistance to that idea as compared to when prices are really, really high and the euphoria is there. So just a little bit of background information. We are in a bull market. Fantastic animation from Clayno's as per usual, but the market will get a lot more heated because at the moment, retail for 6 to 12 months, they're just on the sidelines. They're not interested. They think there's nothing happening here because it's not being covered in mainstream media. Here's a chart from CryptoCurb, Bonk market cap and WIF market cap. So, 400 mil versus 800 at WIF has done very, very well. I have no WIF. I wouldn't say there's necessarily a comparison here, but Dog WIF Hat, it's doing very, very well. Both will thrive from what this person says, and I agree. There will be a couple of real winners. Now, Bonk, it's going to be harder for this to like double, but WIF is also getting to that period where it's going to be harder to double in price. Both may. I'm pretty confident about Bonk. I have zero WIF. Or maybe I've got like $100 worth of WIF that I got in with very, very late. I initially completely faded this meme coin. Dog WIF Hat. How would that be clever? But I was wrong. 100% I was wrong. Also, keep in mind with Bonk, they have staking and 2% of Bonk supply is now locked via a modify with overwhelming majority over 6 months on bonkrewards.com. So I showed you this previously, but I locked up my Bonk for 6 months. Also, Bev from the Barrows, he has a money glitch. So he says, claimed Bonk rewards from my 6-month stakes, stake that Bonk into 3-month stakes. After 3 months, I'll stake all my 3-month stakes and 3-month stake claims into 1 month. After 1 months are up, I'll be rich. Easy money glitch. So I'll just show you what he means here. So in this wallet, I've got some Bonk. I've got some Bonk already staked, and I've got this Bonk that I can stake. I can go and select the duration, 1, 3, or 6 months. This is a rewards multiplier here. 3 months, it's higher, and 6 months, it's higher again. So let's say I go and lock that, confirm the transaction, and then that will come down here. However, at the same time, you can go and you can claim. So this here has been locked for 1 week. So I can go and claim, and I'll be claiming 132,000 Bonk tokens. So I claim these and I get that Bonk. And of course, if you had a decent amount of Bonk, you might be claiming 1 million a week. And then of course, you can just go and give it a refresh. And this amount of Bonk isn't much. It's like under $2. But then if it was a little bit more, you could go and restake it. 6 months, lock, and confirm. So that's what he means by it's an infinite money glitch. The other thing to know is I've got a tutorial on hedging your positions with drift. So if this goes up really, really high and you can't withdraw it, you could hedge it on drift. So let's say you had $10,000 worth of Bonk and Bonk went to a $2 billion market cap. And in your opinion, you're like, okay, I'm happy with $10,000. I'm okay with that. That's what I want. Then as long as you had some collateral, you could go and put a short position on with drift.trade. So with a hedge, this is very easy to understand, but basically you're shorting a position. If the price goes down, then you're going to be making money. But your actual core holdings that are staked, that value decreases, but it's still worth $10,000 because of the way you hedged it. If the price goes up, then you'll start to lose money on your short position, but this is now worth, say, $12,000. You've lost $2,000 over here, but it's worth $12,000 and it balances out to $10,000. So long story short, not financial advice, but go stake your Bonk. Also in Assetdash, they've added it so you can see your locked Bonk right here. By the way, a quick correction. I covered Assetdash swap. The actual swap fee is 0.65%. If you click here, go to Assetdash, their link tree, and then super swap. If you put in a SOL amount as an example, it's not immediately clear. You are getting coins, you are getting rewards, of course. If you mouse over this little information button, you can see the quote includes a 0.65% super swap fee. So just keep that in mind. And it is routed via Jupiter, so you are getting the best price, but then you pay that fee. WenCoin is on the rise, so good work with WenCoin, and Filecoin has integrated with Solana. Now this is massive. This is decentralized storage, essentially. And I haven't used Filecoin. It's been around for a few years, so they already have a token, just so you know, but it's an actual solution to the centralization issue when it comes to data. Next, we have Render. Getting a ton of love on crypto Twitter for good reason, and prices reflecting this. It's up 28% in the last 5 days. I've mentioned this previously, but DePIN, decentralized infrastructure, is clearly the narrative. There'll be other narratives throughout the cycle, of course, but there's a big push into this, and it makes a lot of sense. It's really, really helpful. Now, I am very excited for gaming. I have some of these NFTs and their GMRX token, which supposedly, per ICE Reggie, is about to launch in Q1. I have no news confirming that, but let's just have a look at the comparisons here. Just so you're aware, the actual gaming NFTs are on Solana, but the actual token will be on the Binance chain. However, I think gaming's going to do a lot better than Render. That's just my opinion. Akash, I have some of this token. It was quite popular a few years ago, but I have no idea what they've actually produced. Not to say that they haven't, I haven't stayed up to date with them. Steam, this is a normal platform. Portal, this is a token that's launching soon. It's going to launch a lot higher than 150 million. They're doing a lot of stuff on Twitter, and I've never heard of Alexa. Now, if we have a look at here, we can see the GPU network, the monthly active users at over 56,000. Render, 1,100. There could be a difference. This could be a lot more kind of 4080s and 4090s and decent GPUs, whereas this could be a range from, the 20 series through to the 40 series. and maybe even some 10 series. And I'm just referring to NVIDIA GPUs, but there can be some AMD ones there as well. But I believe NVIDIA outperform an AI significantly. AI and rendering and all that sort of stuff. And then you can just see just a list of ticks. Now the render network, you can go and connect your GPU. However, I didn't work it out. I spent not too long, maybe 10, 20 minutes trying to work out how it could be done. And it was just complex. And so I was just like, okay, well, it's too complex. Whereas something like this is a lot easier. Now just remember, if you're like a big Hollywood movie, you could go and render on the network, and you could render your movie or your animation in a couple of days as opposed to a couple of weeks or months. If you want to do some AI learning, then once again, you could just go and take all the hash power out, pay for it of course, and just do it in a couple of days or less. So massive product market fit here. I will cover gaming in the future, maybe closer to the GMRX token launch. In the meantime, if you own the NFT, then you'll get an allocation of the token. Big thanks to Slorg, who's always giving me shout outs on crypto Twitter. I am hustling out here, and it's always nice to have some thanks. But basically, people are asking, what is this graphic from? How do I get involved? This is the Collectiv XP leaderboard. Now, the Solana Collectiv is part of the Solana Foundation, or it's like an initiative set up by the Solana Foundation, and they give you XP points. What these points can be used for, I don't know. There's not going to be a token or anything like that. Last year I was in first place as well, and they paid for my Breakpoint adventure, which was fantastic. So hopefully I get my Breakpoint adventure paid for this year, and who knows, maybe some more perks. So anyone can jump in and make quality content, and then you get a certain number of XP points, and then you climb the leaderboard. So by all means, be my competition. At the very, very least, go and join the Solana Collectiv. Even if you're not keen on making a lot of content, there's a lot of value here just as people contributing to the Solana ecosystem. Solana Crossroads is coming up in May. Go and buy your ticket now. Early bird pricing is currently live. I imagine it's going to end soon because we're only a few months away. This is going to be massive. This is probably going to have a similar number of people compared to Breakpoint. And it's in Turkey, which is a pretty epic country just steeped in history. Tickets are very reasonable. Just go to solanacrossroads.com, and I'm 99.9% sure that I will be attending. Then click Get Tickets, Order Ticket. This includes lunch and the welcome party and the grand party. Now, of course, you can pay $100, but this doesn't include lunch. And my suggestion would be you're going halfway around the world to get there, so you may as well spend $250. Raposa Coffee has rewards coming soon. Shop, refer, and reward. Now, I have some of these NFTs somewhere. I can't remember what wallet, so that's bad wallet management by myself. But I did see at Breakpoint, they were actually there selling their coffees. And you can actually buy these coffees from Amazon. And they're in cans like this. They started as an NFT mint, and from there, they actually produce what they're aiming to produce. So this is pretty damn cool. And now airdrop farming. I've got videos on both Camino Finance and MarginFi. Which airdrop would I rather get? I would rather get Camino Finance's airdrop, but I would happily get both as well. So go spend some time using the dApps and hopefully they will reward you. That's all for today. Remember to stake your soul with validator.com. Stay curious and we'll catch you in the next video.